Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to compare these two sunscreens, La Roche Posay Anthelios Age Correct Sunscreen and Garnier Anti-Age Super UV Sunscreen. If you have been watching my videos lately, then you probably knew that this video was coming because when I was reviewing this anti-age sunscreen by Garnier, I noticed that it had a lot of similarities to the Age Correct sunscreen that I also reviewed. So in case you want to watch the separated reviews, I will put them right here so you can go and watch the separated reviews on those. And in today's video, I'm going to compare them and tell you if they're dupes or not, because I noticed a lot of similarities between them, and one thing that is not similar for sure is the price point. La Roche retails for around 23 euros and Garnier retails for around 9 or 10 euros. So La Roche is double the price of Garnier. So yeah, the prices are definitely not similar. So in today's video, I'm going to compare them on claims, ingredients, UV filters, controversial ingredients, how they perform on the skin, how they feel on the skin. That will be the demo application of the both products, and I will also test how they perform underneath makeup. And in the end, I'm going to give you my final verdict on whether or not I think these are dupes or not. So let's start with the claims. Okay, so the claims are the same. They both claim that they can reduce the appearance of wrinkles. Also, they both claim that they can reduce dark spots, and they have high protection SPF 50 and UVA protection. And one more thing, both of them don't have a broad spectrum claim on the packaging, but on the website it says that they're broad spectrum. Same thing, La Roche Posay and Garnier. When you go on their websites, you can find the claim that they're broad spectrum, but on the packaging it doesn't say so. So that makes me really confused. Like, isn't that a really important claim that you should put and emphasize on the packaging? But yeah, I guess they're identical in that sense as well. Let's just trust the website and go with the assumption that they are both broad spectrum. So yeah, if you don't know what broad spectrum means, that means that UVA protection, the product has to be at least 1/3 of the claimed UVB protection. So that would be like UVA protection would be 1/3 of SPF 50. Calculate that. How high is the UVA protection? But of course, it's always better to have a separated UVA rating on the packaging, but yeah, they don't have a separated UVA rating on the packaging either. So let's just say that they're broad spectrum, and that's it. Moving on, that's enough. Okay, now let's check out the ingredients. So they have identical active ingredients. They have low molecular hyaluronic acid, they have niacinamide, and they have phenylethyl resorcinol. Yes, identical active ingredients. So low molecular hyaluronic acid is the one that can penetrate deeper layers of your skin, and that one can reduce the appearance of wrinkles. So yes, the first claim is backed up in both sunscreens. Then we have niacinamide, another great anti-aging ingredient, and also it can help with the fading dark spots. Overall, niacinamide is a great ingredient and they both have it. And then there's phenylethyl resorcinol, which shows moderate results in fading dark spots. Again, they both have phenylethyl resorcinol. So identical active ingredients, check. Now another ingredient that is not an active, but I would like to emphasize it as well, is this one right here. This is an oil absorbing agent that was also included in the Vichy Dry Touch Face Fluid. This one right here, I have a review on it. Now this sunscreen is very mattifying. So whenever I see this ingredient in other sunscreens, I immediately know that that sunscreen is not going to be too oily or too shiny, because that ingredient does tone down that glow and oil from the sunscreen. So both of these have that ingredient, and both of these were not too shiny, too greasy looking on my face. So I think that is because of that ingredient. So that's another matching ingredient that I feel it was important for me to emphasize to you guys. Okay, moving on to UV filters. They also have 5 identical UV filters. They have octacrylene, avobenzene, ethylhexyl triazone, and Mixoryl XL and Mixoryl SX. 5 identical UV filters. Now octacrylene is not that strong, but it's more so stabilizing avobenzene, and avobenzene is a great UVA filter, but it's not stable, so that's why it often goes in combination with other UV filters that are going to stabilize it. So yeah, there's that. Then we have ethylhexyl triazone, which is a great UVB filter, and Mixoryl XL and Mixoryl SX are great L'Oreal Group exclusive agents that only L'Oreal owned companies can use those. So both La Roche and Garnier are owned by L'Oreal, and they both have Mixoryls. So there there you go, they have identical UV filters. Okay, now let's check out the controversial ingredients. Now, believe it or not, La Roche Posay has fragrance, so that's like one controversial ingredient that it has. And then Garnier does not have fragrance. And it's cheaper. So definitely when I smell them, I can sense the fragrance here. It's very mild, but I can sense it. And here, yeah, no fragrance whatsoever. Doesn't smell like anything. So definitely, if you are sensitive to fragrance products, you should definitely choose Garnier. Okay, now let's check out how they feel on the skin and if there are any differences on their effect on the skin, if I can say so. Okay, so starting off with a bare face, and first thing first, I'm going to first protect the eye area with the Shaka Fluid by La Roche Posay. I also have a review on this sunscreen. You can check it out right here on my channel. I am protecting the under eye area because neither of these two can be applied around the eye area. And then I'm applying the Age Correct sunscreen by La Roche Posay on the right side of my face, and on the left I'm going to apply Garnier. And as you can see, La Roche Posay kind of blends faster and white cast disappears faster, if I can say so. With Garnier, you will have to spend a little bit more time in blending it, but the texture actually feels the same. It's just that, yeah, with Garnier you kind of have to blend it for a little bit longer, but don't worry, the white cast still disappears. They are both invisible on the skin. They don't leave a white cast, and the effect on the skin is pretty similar, if not the same. Here I will show you the side-by-side comparison now. This is the La Roche Posay, very nice. It gives me a little bit of a glow. And then this is the Garnier side. Maybe it gives me a little bit more glow, but it's barely noticeable. I would say pretty much they are very, very similar, if not the same. I waited 15 minutes, and this is how they look after 15 minutes when they set on the skin. So this is the La Roche Posay. La Roche Posay kind of loses the shine. Garnier as well tones down the shine a little bit. So I would say they both look so good that I cannot even tell the difference between them. Moving on to makeup application. So these are the two foundations that I mix for a semi-matte finish. And I would say that both of these act as great makeup bases, I would say. I mean, sunscreen can never be as good of a makeup base as a primer, but this is as good as it gets if you want to use a sunscreen underneath makeup. So I think they are both great. And here's a side-by-side comparison. La Roche Posay, very mattified. I don't even need powder on top of this. Yeah, Garnier as well, looks great. I pretty much did not need to use powder on top of this, but I did because I was doing a full face of makeup, so I wanted everything to blend on top nicely. So that's why I did add powder, not a lot though, and I used the Rimmel matte something, no color something powder. And yeah, fast forward to my makeup. This is how it ended up looking in the end. I pretty much don't think there is a difference here. Both sides of my face look the same. Let me know what do you think in the comments down below, and stay tuned because the final verdict is coming up next. Okay, now let me give you my final verdict on these two sunscreens. So the question is, are these dupes or not? I would say 100% yes. The reason why I think that these are dupes is, first of all, that they have same active ingredients, then they have same UV filters, and they have the same texture, same consistency, they spread the same. The only difference that I saw in the demo application was that maybe Garnier was a little bit more shinier, it gave me a little bit more glow, but it wasn't anything too noticeable, so I cannot even call that a difference. The only difference that I can point at is that La Roche Posay has fragrance and Garnier does not. That's it. That and the price point. La Roche Posay is a lot more expensive, obviously. So yes, I can proclaim Garnier anti-age sunscreen a dupe for the La Roche Posay Age Correct. And yes, if you can buy Garnier for $9, then don't even think about buying La Roche Posay. There, I said it. There I said it. There you go. I think Garnier is a dupe. If I get a chance to buy it again, I will definitely buy the Garnier version. But yeah, fortunately, Garnier is not available in my country, but whenever I am abroad, I'm going to get Garnier. So there's that. So there you have it. That will be it for today's video. In case you enjoyed and found it helpful, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!